Here's Shelley, a lifelong Democrat, weighing in here in the ReliefFactor.com studios. Hey, Shelley, thanks very much for your patience and joining us today. How are you?
Well, thanks, Mike.
Good. Good. What do you think? Who are you going to vote for in 13 days, Shelley?
Oh, well, I'm going to vote for Trump, and I wanted to make the point because I know there's a lot of folks like me out there who have been lifelong Democrats and have never, in over 40 years of active voting, I've never crossed the blue line and voted red, but I will on November 3rd or before.
Wow. What was there a tipping point? Why are you making such a departure from what you've done all your life?
Well, it's multifaceted, but I mean, in some ways, I think when this whole thing started with COVID and the lockdowns, something came over me like I got hit by a brick, and I realized that something really up was going on. And it was also, when this just was coming from my bones. It was very intuitive too. But I'm the kind of person who's fairly open, and I started to put together all these little pieces of the puzzle that I had accumulated over a lifetime. Suddenly, all started to come together, and I realized what was going on. I realized that the Democratic Party is not the Democratic Party anymore,
right?
And they've been hijacked,
right. Right. I'm so grateful for your clarity and your honesty and your willingness to cross the party line. And it's a reminder, there's a lot of Democrats like Shelley all over the country. I've got friends who are Democrats who said they couldn't dream of voting for a Democrat in 2020. They just can't believe what people are experiencing and the frustration that so many Americans. Can you imagine? I can't get this business owner of this little tiny restaurant out of my head. I can't. This poor guy saying, I'm struggling here. I'm fighting. Everybody's trying. In California, I saw a headline last night. I didn't delve into the story, but Disneyland in Florida and California begging the state, please let us open. We can do it. I've been to Disney World in Florida 6 times during the pandemic. Guess what? You can do it. I'm as nervous as everybody else. I've got the mask on. You got to have a mask at Disney World. I've been to the park. It's a place that is very special to me. Hey, some of my wife's ashes are at Disney World. Okay? Very important to my family. I go by myself. I go on the weekend a lot. Just walk around, sit on the bench and watch people walk by. Young people, old people, white, black, people, families. Gavin Newsom will not let Disneyland open. You're not going to open Disneyland. Oh, no. You got to stay home and you got to be afraid. Now, why is it? Why can I see thousands of people rallying for the Women's March over the weekend all over the country? The news media is very proud of that. Thousands of people are marching. Oh, really? Are you social distancing? Trump bad. Rose Garden bad. 34 people. What happened to the 34 people? Remember weeks ago that got COVID? Are they okay? They all seem to be. Every one of them. I guess. I haven't heard anybody dying. Chris Christie, he got sick. Overweight guy with asthma. But he's okay, I think. Knock on wood. Thank God. My own operations manager, Eric Hansen. He, his wife, and 2 of their 3 daughters got COVID. We followed that chapter on this show together, right? I kept thinking, how did his youngest daughter not get COVID? Well, she didn't. She was fine. She was great. No, she had COVID. She got blood work done this week. She has the antibodies. She got COVID. She doesn't have any symptoms. Because a lot of Americans are going to get COVID and aren't going to have any symptoms. Just like my own operations manager's youngest daughter. They thought that they all had COVID except her. No, she had it too. Didn't have a single symptom. What did Eric have? Well, he had some symptoms for a few days. He said, I've had flus that are much worse. That's the experience of most Americans. But instead, you got these tyrants, tyranny. COVID lets us take away your rights and destroy a man's business and destroy this economy and blame Trump for it. Can you let that sink in, what the Democrats are literally trying to do? Insisting that the country has to shut down the economy, and then blame the president for the shutdown economy. He's to blame for the bad economy. I'm telling you, I got to make it to November 3rd and I get a vacation.